Feeding the lizard brain. The lizard brain's that small part of the back of your brain which reacts to strong emotional stimuli. It doesn't react to thinking, it doesn't react to reasoning, it reacts to emotions. It's the lizard brain that emotional techniques try to appeal to. This section is very complex, so I've divided it up into two parts. We'll discuss the first 4 emotional techniques in this presentation, and then we'll discuss the last 4 in the following presentation. The soft sell, the friendliness quotient, the sheer liking of an ad or a commercial regardless of the copy points, the philosophy of a feeling. As a rule, soft sell ads appeal to the instinct rather than the intellect. They try to establish emotional linkages between the product and the consumer. This is a terrific appeal to the lizard brain. How can you not take a look at this ad and just go, "Oh, isn't she cute?" Bread shampoo brings out the shine in your hair, like brushing 100 strokes. The whole purpose of this advertisement is for you to transfer the awe feeling that you get when you see the image over to the product. We'll talk about that in more detail in just a minute. So just what are the emotional appeals? There are 8. Transference. Transferring emotions from a concept or an object to another concept or object. The product as hero. This is the cousin to the product demonstration, but here it uses emotional appeals rather than factual ones. Glittering generalities. Using vague adjectives loaded with positive emotional connotations to promote a product, a person, or an idea. Slice of life. Slice of life ads tell a real story about a real person with a real need, then solves that need with the product, the person, or the idea. You've got the spokesperson. Trust me. You've got the slogan. As Hitler noted in the previous section, slogans have enormous power. They can condense complex ideas into an easily remembered phrase. And a memorable slogan can take the place of critical thinking. Name calling. If you can't think of something good to say about your own product, say something bad about your competitor or your opponent. And then finally, the bandwagon. Peer pressure applied to the marketplace of goods and ideas. Now we're going to take a look at each one of these in detail. Transference. Associating the product with person or positive symbols. This may be the most common emotional technique in advertising. The advertisement introduces an emotional concept and then subtly transfers the positive or negative emotions associated with that concept to the product. Buy office chair, get naked woman. That's a very simple transference. This is an office chair. Why didn't you show an office worker sitting in it? Because there's no transference. That would be a product demonstration. But you show a naked woman. Now I've got something to transfer. But when you analyze the facts in a transference ad, the equation often reads, drink beer, get sex. Drive car, get sex. Chew gum, get sex. There is a theme running through many advertisements. Another example of transference is to have a candidate stand next to a flag or transpose a candidate with a negative symbol. You've seen a lot of this during the campaign season. Another emotional appeal is the product as hero. The product illustrates an idea and then solves a problem. This is a classic product as hero ad. Demolish nuclear missile silo. That's the problem. Solution, the Stanley air drill. To succeed, the ad has to relate to the reason consumers buy the product and the way that they use it. You buy air drills to break things up. So this ad, Demolish Nuclear Missile Silo, is a perfect product as hero. If this product is good enough to do that, it's good enough to break up the sidewalk or the walls or whatever else I might want to use this tool for. This technique is often found in health products such as deodorant, toothpaste, mouthwash. Cleaning supplies also use this technique. It's related to the factual technique of product demonstration. But again, it relies on the emotional impact. This man has a problem. Viagra is the hero. Glittering generalities. They're broad ideals and virtuous words used to sell a point of view. In this particular advertisement, Coca-Cola is used to sell Christmas, or Christmas is used to sell Coke. In glittering generalities, words like best, greatest, preferred by are used, but they're not backed up with specific facts. This particular ad uses the word legendary. Don't just make meals tasty or good or healthful, make them legendary. Emotional triggers are also a critical part of glittering generalities. You'll find these often in political ads. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of all who threaten it. Slice of life is a narrative technique that can work on several emotional levels. These advertisements tell a story about a person in need.
Достал! Достал! Марья Петровна, а вы что-то такие сидите?
Моего Ванечку в армию забирают.
Так чего сидите? Отметить же надо.
Сервелат.
Ну что достал-то?
Чё? Во, предохранитель достал.
Сервелат от Черкашина. По рецептам тех времен, когда все было настоящим.
Realism's the key, since they're supposed to be a glimpse into the person's life. First, show a problem. But the problem is always linked to a person. In this particular ad, you come into the world cold, wet, and naked. Yes, that is a problem. There's no reason to stay that way. Oh, so now we're going to get some advice. Give advice on how to solve the problem. And of course, this advice always involves the product. This particular ad talks about the problem of child abuse. In the world of Sanka coffee, child abuse is caused by too much caffeine. Has the old man been hitting the coffee again? Well, if you want your husband to stop beating the children, make sure he drinks Sanka decaffeinated. Show the problem, give advice, show the solution. The product is always the solution in the advertisements. In this particular ad, what's the problem? Hungry kids. Give advice, show the solution. Spamwitches sure suit this bunch. And then finally, show the reward. The reward here is this tasty spread of Spam. There must always be a payoff that shows the person with their problem resolved. It's this reward that implants the value of the product on the viewer's mind. In this ad, the problem is this woman's connected to an electrical device It's a 1930s ad for Coca-Cola. This is a 1930s hair salon. The advice is cool down with something. The solution? A Coca-Cola at the soda fountain. Oh, for the pause that refreshes. In the next part of this module, we'll discuss the final 4 emotional techniques.